everyone. How are you doing? I'm having a great day. I just finished making 2 pies and it's barely one. I had the entire week off, and so I've actually recorded 3 videos already, but I'm going to post them over the course of the next 3 weeks. But today, I decided to record a video now and post it now because I realized I am super behind on my Ask Diamonds that are sitting in my email. So I took the first 5 questions that are at the top of the inbox. I'm so sorry if yours were at the bottom because I don't know. Because sometimes the way that I address is that if I keep seeing the same questions, I don't like pinpoint exactly each person that asked that question, so I just pinpoint the one question. But this one, I just completely disregarded it. I'm answering the first 5 questions at the top of the inbox, so we're going to jump right into it. Have some fun. So, very first question from Just Some Dude. He says, are you single now? Yes, I am single. I am as single as a Pringle. Because me and Todd broke up we're probably gone like 2 months now. Yeah, but I'm single. I'm not with anyone. So, and I know some of my friends are excited about it. They're like, yes, finally, so you can actually start making your Tinder videos thing. And I'm like, no. I'm kind of bored with it right now, so it may not be what I do for a little bit. But who knows what happens? I don't care. But yes, I am very single. I am probably going to be single for a very long time. So, yeah. Single life. It's whatever. I appreciate it. I think the last relationship it really taught me a lot of things. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. I mean, but, Todd and I kind of talk still, but not as much. It doesn't matter to me right now. Okay, anyway, next question. From Jay. What is one of your toxic traits? One of my toxic traits. Okay. So I have been described as dismissive, and I make people feel stupid. And I've been told this by multiple people to varying degrees in which I was in relationships with them. So it was like friends, like actual romantic relationships, and that I see it. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna be like they're so wrong. Because I actively feel it when I'm just like, you're an idiot. And I guess it manifests itself in a very, I'm trying to be very tactful with what I say. It does manifest itself very plainly, so there's not oh no, I don't think it's that bad. And I don't call people, I do call people stupid sometimes to their face, but not like all the time. But yeah, I can be very dismissive and not there's a weird part. So there's dismissive when I'm like, genuinely, I am done talking to you, go away. And there's dismissive as a defense mechanism where I'm like trying to pretend to be aloof and like, oh, I don't really care as much as you think I do. And then both of them look like the same thing to everyone, so it's not like I can explain, oh, I'm just trying to be chill, and it comes off as dismissive. I just need to get better at that. That's something that I need to work on. Yes, toxic trait. There you go. I can be dismissive and I can make people feel stupid. And when it comes to making people feel stupid, it's the phrasing I use or the way I interact with them. So something that Todd and I talked about, like right when we broke up, was my use of the common phrase, I don't have the patience to talk about this with you. And he hated it when I said that. And I didn't know he hated it until we were pretty much broken up, so it was done. But he's like, yeah, it really made me feel like you thought I was stupid and that I couldn't understand what you wanted to talk about. And I'm like, there's some things that I just don't want to extend the energy to talk to you about. So those are my toxic traits. I'm sorry. Yeah. Working on it, though. I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, well, that's just who I am. It's like, no, I'm going to actively work on it. It's going to be okay. Trying to Sia asked, who actually makes it into your DMs? Okay, so I know it seems like that I am constantly, like, really talking crap about every dude that attempts to interact with me. But there are people that make it out the gate, that I interact with. Like, they exist. I go on dates. I interact with people. And I guess if we're talking about the type of people that actually make it out of the gate, honestly, it varies. Typically, if I had a base of who makes it past the talking point, people that are not gross, you're not hitting on every part of my body, you're very kind. I don't feel like that you're just talking to me for the sake of talking, because I hate that too. And it's generally somebody that seems as though they actually want to interact with me on a positive level. So if you're over here like, oh, can I come over tonight? No! Unless I invite you over, then don't, like, that's that's like a weird thing of me. Don't invite yourself into my space at all. So if we're talking about hanging out, don't say, can I come at your house and let's watch movies? Don't do that, because that'll be the quickest way of you not achieving that. So honestly, it varies. If you look at the past couple of guys who've made it through the gate, I guess the common trait is that they were polite and they were very nice, and that they are still polite and nice, and not, not nice guy-ish, because you know what I'm talking about. The nice guys are like, well, I did this for you, I did that for you, I did this, and like it doesn't work for me. In fact, off-topic story that's kind of topic. I had a guy who made it out the gate, and we hung out like twice or something, and then he immediately started doing all the red flags, and I was pointing it out to him because he was a kind of young guy. He just turned 20, and I'm like, hey, just for information, that's not cool. Like, he wanted to FaceTime me after work, and I typically don't talk to people after work unless I really, really want to. But it was one of those days where I was constantly talking to students. I was in meetings. Parents were calling me. Correspondence of any degree was occurring, and I was just done with talking to people. And he was like, oh, well, I thought you just had a desk job, but I guess, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to. And I was like, back it up. First off, I don't have to justify to you why I don't want to talk to you. If I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. Don't have me explain to you why I don't want to talk. And second of all, just because we have completely different careers doesn't mean that my career is any harder than yours. Like, because he had a physical job, and he's like, well, I just don't know why you can't just take a few minutes to talk to me. And it's like, because I don't want to talk to anyone. And if I end up talking to you, I'm going to cuss you out. And I'm just. And I was like, fine, let's talk. And I was, editing videos and just, sitting at my desk. And then he wants to talk about my childhood and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. This ain't happening. And then, like, I ended up hanging up on him. It was done. And then there was a couple of other stuff. Like, it was a lot. So he made it through the gate. He made it through the process of actually meeting me, hanging out with me, and going on a date. But then he ended up getting sent back to showers because he was not for it. And I blame that on myself, because I have a rule that I broke with him, and my rule is I don't date guys under 21. And I'm 24. I turn 25 next year in February. And I know for some people they're like, what's the difference? Like, he's within a couple of years of you. It makes a huge difference. For anyone who's ever dated someone who is 3 or 4 years younger than you, it is a huge difference. Like, think of it like this. You were a senior about to graduate, and homeboy was a freshman coming in. That, if you look at it like that, it starts to make sense. Like, the maturity level, everything, it just, And, like, I think one of the biggest things that I didn't like about him was the maturity level. He didn't know how to grocery shop for himself. He had never grocery shopped for himself. Even the whole concept of finding fruit cups, he didn't understand. And so I was like, I can't deal with this. Nope. So that was my own fault. If I would have stuck to my rule, this probably would not have happened. So I know I went on a completely different tangent, but I think that was important to say. Any new ghost stories from a ghost? No, nothing. I moved the ladder out of my living room, the one that the guy died on. I moved it downstairs. It's in the basement, and everything's been pretty chill. Nothing's happened so far. No. So, feel good about it. Now I'm going to say that, and then something's going to happen, and I'll be like, fudge erase. Not a question, but you should do a video with Diamond Jackson from Diamond Jackson fan. So, y'all, if I could get Diamond Jackson to do, like, an interview with me, I would be over the moon. Like that would make my life. But as all, like as any person, any personality, regardless of their profession, she's notoriously hard to get a hold of. Because it's not that I haven't tried. It's not that I haven't reached out multiple times. And considering that all her fans think I'm her, and shout out to other Diamond Jacksons who happen to be reached out by her fans, it's just mind-numbing. But if I could get an interview with her, oh goodness, that would be so fun. One of my friends suggested that we do trading spaces where I go to her job and she goes to mine, and I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work. We have starkly different jobs. I don't think I have the capacity to do what she does, because she does a lot. But yeah, if anyone can get me in contact with Miss Jackson, please let me know, because I would love to interview her, because I have so many questions, and I just love it. Anyway, this was a super short, well, it's not super short, this is a relatively longish video, but I wanted to post something on Tuesday because I posted my last video on Sunday regarding the serial killer Khalil Wheeler Weaver, and I'm still actively looking up stuff about him. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because as y'all know, because I told you, it is an ongoing case. Like, they are just now getting everything up to speed, and so as soon as I get some solid information, I think that's going to be a very long video, because I want to go through all the stuff that's popped up, like the timelines, the people, everything. And while true crime is typically not my fare, the reason why I'm addressing this type of thing is because he was he was taking these girls on dates, and my entire channel is devoted to the whole concept of dating and relationships and communication. And so I think it's important to address it and see, what did the girls do right in order for him to get caught? Because unfortunately, if you haven't seen that video, you need to check it out for sure, so I'm not going to give you the full spiel. But unfortunately, he was caught because one of the girls he did kill left breadcrumbs. And this, if you want just a good skim about what the whole topic is about, go ahead and check out my video from Sunday. It is titled, Let's Talk About Khalil Weaver, whatever, I don't care. But I think it's important because I think it's not getting enough traction. So go ahead and check it out. And while you're at it, share one of my videos that you love, and I will see you next week. Well, you'll see me. I keep saying I see you. You won't see anything. Well, I will see. Shush. I will have a new video for you next week. That's the point I'm trying to make. So